Very good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir.
Very good evening, everyone.
Good evening, sir.
Very good
Good
evening.
evening, sir.
Very good evening. Very good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Very good evening. Very good evening. Just give me a minute. Very good evening. We started genetic code, right? Meenakshi, I have a question for you. Very good evening. How are you?
Yes, sir. Good evening, sir.
Good evening. So, can you tell me about Hargobind Khurana? Have you revised the previous class?
Sir, he synthesized RNA with defined combinations he preferred.
Very good, very good. What are the defined what kind of defined combinations he synthesized? Hargobind Khurana, Meenakshi. What are the defined combinations he has prepared? Homopolymers and copolymers. Right. Kavya. Kavya, very good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Kavya, can you tell me what is the contribution of the Marshall-Nirenberg? Can you please everyone revise the previous class in the meantime? I will again come back. What is the contribution of the Marshall-Nirenberg?
Sir, he used cell-free system for protein synthesis, sir.
Very good. He used the cell-free system for protein synthesis. That means he deciphered the code, right?
Yes, sir.
Right. Then, who is ready for the next question? Okay. Prasanna. Prasanna, very good evening. Prasanna Kumar. Prasanna, are you there? Okay. Like Koparan Devi, very good evening.
Yes, sir. Good evening, sir.
Can you please tell me about Severo Ochoa?
Sir, he discovered polynucleotides, sir.
He discovered polynucleotide. Once again, can you check? Devadarshini, can you tell me about Severo Ochoa?
Sir, he discovered enzyme which is known as polynucleate phosphorylase. Sir.
He discovered enzyme polynucleotide phosphorylase. What is the function of the enzyme? Devadarshini.
So it helps in polymerization RNA with defined sequence in a template independent manner. Sir.
Very good, super. In a template independent manner. So then the previous class we started about the genetic code. So we discussed about the genetic code which is present on mRNA, as RNA is made up of 4 types of nitrogen bases: adenine, guanine, cytosine and uracil. It is possible that the codon must be a triplet. If it is a singlet codon, it can only have 4 codons and it can only code for 4 types of amino acids. If the genetic code is a doublet, the codon will have only 2 nucleotides, and the number of codons will be 16 codons possible, and 16 codons are not sufficient to code for 20 types of amino acids. Then we have a scientist, George Gamow, who proposed that the codon is triplet, means each codon consists of 3 nucleotides. According to him, with the 3 nucleotide codon, there are 64 codons are possible. Then we started about the history of the genetic code. There are 3 different scientists who usually helped us to understand that the genetic code is triplet. By the help of Hargobind Khurana, an instrumental work which is done in the field of molecular genetics, he synthesized RNA molecules with defined combinations such as homopolymers and copolymers. Marshall Nirenberg, he used a cell-free system for protein synthesis and helped the code to be deciphered. And Sivan Okova, he is the one who discovered the enzyme. With the help of the Okova enzyme, Hargobind Khurana able to synthesize RNA molecules with defined sequences. By the help of Marshall Nirenberg cell-free system, it helped the artificially synthesized RNA molecules to decipher the code. So where we understood with the copolymer RNA that this mRNA chain here, with the example of CU, it is coding for only 2 types of amino acid. One is leucine and one is serine, and it clearly says that the genetic code is triplet. Now we will jump into the salient features of the genetic code. Ready?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
If you look at the salient features of the genetic code, the first important feature is the codon is triplet. It means that each codon consists of 3 nucleotides. Or each codon is made up of 3 nucleotides. So taking this each codon which is made up of 3 nucleotides, the number of what we call it as codons that are possible here are how many? How many codons? Yes, 64 codons. So this is the list of the 64 codons by using the 4 types of nitrogen bases. These are 64 codons. You can just check it out, 64 codons on the board. So 64 codons are possible. Now all these 64 codons, out of these 64 codons, 61 codons code for amino acids. Only there are 3 codons which do not code for any amino acids, which we are calling it as stop codons. Right, this is the first salient feature of the genetic code. Now carefully look at here the representation which is I have given on the board. Here I say the codon is degenerate, the second salient feature. So the genetic code is degenerate. Let me give you the definition of what is meant by degenerate. Degeneracy is a phenomena where amino acids are coded by more than one codon. There are certain amino acids are there which are coded by more than one codon. I'm not saying all amino acids. Then I have to say this: some amino acids are coded by more than one codon. Like, let's see. Can you give me some examples? So I will ask you, don't worry, glycine. Can you check the glycine on the board? Where is that? GLY. Can you tell me?
Last ones.
Last four. Very good. So glycine is coded by how many codons?
Four, sir. Four.
Okay. Can you tell me what are the four codons one by one?
GGU, GGC, GGA, GGG.
GGU, GGC, GGA, GGG. Apart from this, is there any other codon coding for glycine? Okay, four. The point to be noted, if an amino acid is coded by more than one codon, we call it as a degeneracy. This is the one of the important feature of the genetic code. Similarly, we'll take 2-3 examples. So can you tell me serine? Anybody from the class? By looking at the genetic code table. Are you sure? Are you sure? Please can you tell?
6, sir.
6. 6. What are those 6 codons?
UCU, UCC, UCA, UCG, AGU, AGC.
UCC, UCA, UCG, AGU, AGG. AGU, AGG or AGC?
AGC.
AGC. So here serine is also showing degeneracy. Here the amino acid is coded by more than one codon. Now, 2 more examples. We will make a note of 2 more examples. I will come to arginine. Can you tell me arginine is coded by how many number of codons?
6, sir.
6. Very good. Can you tell me what are those 6 codons?
CGU, CGC, CGA, CGG, AGA, AGG.
AGA, AGG. Done. Well done. Now, can you tell me glycine? Glycine is over now. Can you tell me leucine? It is coded by how many codons? Leucine. Anybody from the class? Leucine.
2, sir. 6, sir.
2 or 6? How many?
6, sir. 6, sir.
What are those 6 codons? Anybody from the class?
UU, AU, UG, CUU, CUC, CUA, CUG.
Okay, then if you take UU, the first 2 nucleotides are common for leucine. The third nucleotide is the differentiating nucleotide. Can I say it as a differentiating nucleotide? Yes, definitely. UUA, UUG. The third nucleotide is a differentiating nucleotide. Right? Then CUC, CUA, CUC, CUG. So if you remember the first 2 nucleotides which are same, the third is the differentiating one. So most probably in the case of leucine CU, the differentiating nucleotide may be C or A or okay, I did mistake. I think. CUC, CUA, CUU, right? CUU and CUG. These are the 4 codons plus 6 codons coding for leucine. So this characteristic feature we call it as degeneracy. Now, can you also find out the exceptions for this case? because the table is in front of you. Okay, shall I have to drag down the table once? Okay, 1 second. Just a minute. So can you tell me any exceptional cases are there here?
Methionine and tryptophan. Methionine, sir.
Methionine. So methionine is coded by which codon?
AUG, sir.
So let's take exceptions. So methionine is a non-degenerate AUG, which is coding for methionine. It is a non-degenerate codon. So that is methionine is coded by only one codon. Is there any another exception by looking at the table, please?
Tryptophan, sir.
Tryptophan. Tryptophan is coded by
UGG.
UGG. So tryptophan is also one exception where it is coded by only UGG. So we can say AUG and UGG are non-degenerate codons. So this is one of the second feature, which is degeneracy. Degeneracy is amino acid coded by more than one codon. This is called as degeneracy. The next characteristic feature here, the codon is read in a contiguous fashion without punctuations. The codon is read in a contiguous fashion without punctuations. For example, you have an mRNA codon which is running from 5' to 3' end. So AUG, right? CCU, GGC, CCA, ACC, UAA. So we read the codon without giving any punctuations. It is contiguous. This is one of the important feature of the genetic code. This is the third important feature of the genetic code, that it is read in a contiguous fashion without any punctuations. The next important feature of the codon is the codon is universal in nature. So what is this universal? So if you take example of one codon, example is UUU. So can you please help me? UUU codes for which amino acid in the table? Want me to show the table or you have taken the table? I'll bring down the table, don't worry. UUU code for which amino acid?
Phenylalanine, sir.
Very good. UUU is coding for phenylalanine. Let's take UUU is coding for phenylalanine. So this UUU, which is coding for phenylalanine, this codes for phenylalanine in all the living organisms. Such as if you take from prokaryotic organisms to the complex eukaryotic organisms, wherever you find this UUU, it codes for phenylalanine. That means the codon codes for the same amino acids in all living organisms. This is called as codon is universal. So you take any other example. If you take leucine, LEU, see CUU, you go for CUU. It wherever CUU is there in any living organism, it codes for leucine without any doubt. So from prokaryotic organisms to the eukaryotic organisms, go to any living cell in that mRNA. If it has CUU, it codes for leucine. Right, this is one more important salient feature of the genetic code. Then the next is initiation codon. See, look at here, initiation codon is also called as start codon. The initiation codon in the genetic code is AUG. This is going to start the process of translation, means decoding the mRNA code into the language of amino acids. Now the initiation codon is always AUG. The code always starts with AUG, and AUG has dual functions. It codes for methionine and it is also acting as initiation codon. So that's why we say the only codon which has dual functions is AUG. Right, students? So what is the first salient feature? Triplet. Second, degeneracy. Exceptions, AUG, UGG. Third, contiguous fashion. Fourth, universal. Fifth, initiation codon. And sixth is stop codons. We discussed earlier in the previous salient feature that there are 64 codons are there. The question, all these 64 codons are coding for amino acids? No. There are stop codons. Stop codons are UAA, UAG, UGA. They do not code for any amino acid. Simply I can write they do not code. That's the reason they are called as stop codons. UAA, based on its discovery by the scientist name, it is called as Arthur. UAG, which is amber. UGA, opal. So here, these three codons, when they appear on the mRNA slate, they do not code for any amino acid, and they help in termination of transcription process. So this is about stop codons. Then the next feature of the genetic code is the codon is non-ambiguous. Let me come on to the non-ambiguous feature. In simple terms, we can also say this non-ambiguous as specific. Means a codon codes for only one type of amino acid. So I can say the codon is specific for an amino acid. Want to check that out? So let me write this. A codon codes for only one type of amino acid. So this is what called as non-ambiguous. Right? You want to check? You want to check the table of the genetic code? 1 second. Just.
Methionine tryptophan.
No. Methionine tryptophan we can take. Why not? Why can't you take AACU? I'm talking about each and every codon. I'm talking about each and every codon. Did Sudarshana said this, Mithunai? Who said?
Yes, sir.
Sudarshana. If not AUG, why can't we take ACU? ACU is not a specific codon?
Yes, sir.
Yes, absolutely. Even CCU is a specific codon. CCC is a specific codon. CCA is a specific codon. CAU is a specific codon. Means wherever you come across this CCU, this always codes for proline. Wherever you come across CUU, it always codes for leucine. So you should not confuse between the specificity and degeneracy. Degeneracy is a such kind of thing where a amino acid coded by more than one codon. Leucine is coded by more than one codon is degeneracy. Specificity, a codon always codes for one type of amino acid, that is called as specificity. This specificity is one of the important characteristic feature of the genetic code. This is non-ambiguous in nature. Codon is specific for an amino acid. A codon codes for only one type of amino acid, which is non-ambiguous. Then let's check non-overlapping. What is this non-overlapping? Let's check. Five prime to 3 prime. AUG, CUC, UCU, UUU, CUC, UAA. Right? So this is the mRNA slate with codons. Now Pavitra, can you tell me this mRNA slate can code for how many number of amino acids? Pavitra? Okay, Bharati, can you tell me this mRNA will code for how many number of amino acids?
Sir, 6, sir.
6. Okay. Anybody like Akshaya, can you tell me? Okay, Adishri. Okay, Akshaya, I think. Adishri, can you tell me this mRNA? Bharati told 6. Whether it is correct answer?
Sir.
Adish- Correct, right. Atmika, what do you say? Okay, Abhishek. Okay, Abraham, Daniel, what do you say? This mRNA code for how many number of amino acids?
Sir, not sure, sir.
Why you are not sure? What is the problem here? Can you help me? I can help you.
Sir, I still not sure which codon gives which enzyme like that. So I have.
Okay, I don't want the type of amino acid. I'm just asking how many number. I'm not asking type. I'm asking number.
6, sir.
Okay, that's what. Yes. Arjun. Arjun.
6, sir.
6. Okay. Asma Sultana. Asma, are you there? Ashwika.
5, sir.
Sir, is it 5?
Very good.
5. 5, sir.
5, right. See, you people have to take the previous knowledge of salient features of the genetic code. I told you there are 3 stop codons which do not code for amino acid: UAA, UAG, UGA. So there is UAA, it do not code for any amino acid. So it is coding for first amino acid, it is coding for second amino acid, it is coding for third amino acid, it is coding for fourth amino acid, it is coding for fifth amino acid. So here we are discussing this mRNA slate can code for 5 amino acids because UAA is a termination codon. It is a stop codon. Now I said this mRNA slate is non-overlapping. What is meant by this? This is one of the very important feature of the genetic code. Means the nucleotides which are forming a codon do not overlap with the nucleotides of the next codon. Then the nucleotides of the second codon do not overlap with the nucleotides of the third codon. The nucleotides of the third codon do not overlap with the nucleotides of the fourth codon. So then you can ask me what is overlapping. So sometimes we might have this hypothetical questions in the entrance examination. So let's frame a question. If the question is asking like this, if the same codon mRNA, if it overlaps, how many number of amino acids are coded by the above transcript?
1 type.
Correct. One second. Listen to my question. What I am trying to. If the codon is overlapping, if the codon is overlapping, codon will not be overlapping, but if the codon is overlapping, the number of amino acids coded by the above transcript. Anybody from the class? Now somebody said 1. Who is that? Again, Sudarshana?
Yes. I think it's wrong.
And then how did you say 1? On what basis?
Sir, it will be 5. Sir.
It will be 5. Okay. So let's check it out.
16. 16,
you tried better. Right. We'll check it out. 5 prime, 3 prime. Can you tell me the codon? AUG, CUC. Right. What is the next one? UCU, UUU, CUC. I have just taken a random codon. Okay, UAA sequence. Now, the same sequence, if it is overlapping, I will now write down the codons. First codon is AUG. So AUG codes for first amino acid. Then the second is UGC. So the two nucleotides of the first codon are overlapping with the nucleotide of the next codon. This is overlapping. Then form UGC. They code for second amino acid. Then GCU. The one nucleotide of the first codon overlapping with the two nucleotides of the second codon. So you will get GCU. It is coding for third amino acid. Then CUC, fourth amino acid. UCU, fifth amino acid. CUC, sixth amino acid. UCU, seventh amino acid. CUU, eighth amino acid. UUU, ninth amino acid. UUU again, 10th amino acid. UUC, 11th amino acid. UCU, 12th amino acid. CUC, 13th amino acid. UCU, 14th amino acid. CUA, 15th amino acid. UAA. No codon. So how many? How many?
15. 15.
It's simple calculation. When it is non-overlapping, the number of amino acids are coded 5. When it is overlapping, each codon has 3 nucleotides. So 5 into 3, how many? 15. When it is overlapping. So this overlapping will not be seen. Overlapping is not the feature of the genetic code. Non-overlapping only the feature of the genetic code. But hypothetical questions may arise asking you if the genetic code or the given transcript is overlapping, what might be the number of amino acids coded? So these are all the salient features of the genetic code, students. So we are done with the concept of genetic code. But still, we need to understand the importance of the mutations in explaining the genetic code or in confirming the genetic code is a triplet. In confirming the genetic code is made up of 3 nucleotides. In confirming 3 nucleotides form a genetic code for a single amino acid. So let's study the importance of the mutations in explaining that genetic code is triplet. So we'll put a heading, mutations and genetic code. Are you done with this?
Yes, sir.
Completed, sir.
Sir, wait, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Sir, your mic is muted, sir.
Sorry. Mutations and genetic code. So first, we have already, I think, have an idea of mutations. I think you have studied in 11th class. I think basic information, you know what is mutation? Change in the nucleotide sequence.
Sudden change in chromosomal
Yes,
structure.
we have, I think, sorry, I forgot. We have thoroughly discussed mutations in the genetics. How many of you still remember all the important features of the mutations? Raise your hands. You remember? Very good. Nice to see Sudhisha, Bharti, Adishri, Purani, Sudarshana. Wonderful. Very good. Abraham, Akshita. Very good. Well done. Super. Divya Prabha, Kavya. Great. Feeling very happy. Now, taking that knowledge here, can anybody tell me what is meant by deletion mutation?
So deletion of a part of nucleotide.
Part of nucleotide or
Removal of base.
Removal, sir. Removal of nucleotide. Removal.
Okay. So now what I'll do, if you remove the nucleotide from the DNA, that will be reflected in the mRNA.
Yes, sir.
Is
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Same we copy. Yes. Now I will directly take the mRNA. So let me take one best example of the NCRT. Then let me help you out. What happens with the mutations and how mutations help us to know the genetic code is triplet. Look at here. We'll take this. This is the basic frame, mRNA frame. Okay. Ram has big cap. Assume that each and every letter is a nucleotide. So ROM is a codon consisting of 3 nucleotides. Has is a codon consisting of 3 nucleotides. Big is a codon consisting of 3 nucleotides. Cap is a codon consisting of 3 nucleotides. This is the basic frame. That means before mutations, it is the basic frame. Onto this basic frame, we apply the mutations. Here also, ROM, has, big, cap. Why I am taking 2 times? On one mRNA slate, I am going to show the effect of deletion. On other mRNA slate, I am going to show the effect of addition. See, on this mRNA slate, if I delete G, deleted. On this mRNA slate, I am adding R. Right here, right here. Okay, I have deleted a G in this slate, I have added an R in this slate. What are the changes? Can you tell me the changes that happens here? Hello. Can you tell me the change that happens here? RAM and ROM, HAS has. Is there any change in the ROM and has?
No, sir. No, sir.
No. BI, G is not there. So it will be
C.
AP. Right. Now there is a change. There is a change here. When you delete a single nucleotide, there is a change in the reading frame from the point of deletion. There is a change in the reading frame from the point of deletion. This is the point of deletion. There is a change in the reading frame. It has become BICAP. If you add a nucleotide here, look at RAM, HAS, BIG, RCAP. Now from the point of addition, there is a change in the reading frame. From the point of addition, there is a change in the reading frame. From the point of addition, listen to me very carefully and look at the diagram. From the point of addition, there is a change in the reading frame. Okay, that means reading frame is altered. So what I can conclude, so I will write here, okay, change in a single nucleotide So when I say change in single nucleotide, you have to understand this. Change means that is either deletion or insertion. If you delete, there is a change. If you add, there is a change. So change in single nucleotide, what happens? From the point of deletion or addition, from the point of deletion or addition or insertion, the reading frame is changed. Do you agree with this? Now you can ask the question, sir, how come it will suggest us the genetic code is triplet? No worry, I will move to the next mutation. This is the first type of mutation which I have shown you. So I have taken only single nucleotide. Shall I take 2 nucleotides now? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes, I'll take 2 nucleotides. Write down the basic frame 5 prime. So this is related to this. And this is related to this. Okay. I need to write this. Three prime RAM HAS BIG CAP. This is the basic frame. Here also basic frame. Now I am again starting with basic frame. RAM. If you have any small doubt, please don't hesitate. Immediately shoot so that I can help you right in the class. Use the class very effectively and thoroughly to learn the topic, not just listen.
Sir,
Right?
previous one I didn't understand, sir.
Which one?
Sir, that code you have written, no, sir. RAM has big cap. That one you have changed and wrote, no, sir.
Yes. Ram, okay. What? Where? At which point? Can I know at which point you did not understand?
Sir, second line, sir. We have changed, no, sir. Like the letter. Deletion we have did.
I have deleted G Adisri.
Yes, sir. Deletion we have did.
When you delete G, then it will become BIC, na? BIC
Yes.
will become a codon, na? Then you will have that other two nucleotides will be AP. So previously, what is the reading frame? BIG CAP. Okay, after
Okay, sir.
BI, the reading frame is same. After BI, the reading frame is changed. It is CAP. Here, GCAP. Got the idea?
Okay, sir.
My point is simple. From the point of deletion, the reading frame is changed. The reading frame changed or not?
Yes, sir.
Okay. From the point of addition also, if you add R, see previously it is a big cap. Now it is RCAP. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Previously it is cap only. Here now it has become what? RCAP. What I am trying to tell you that if you delete a nucleotide or add a nucleotide from the point of deletion or from the point of addition, the reading frame is changed.
Okay, sir. Understood now, sir.
Yes.
Thank you, sir.
Now shall I move to the two nucleotides now?
Yes, sir.
Now. So two nucleotides means, sorry, I will take IG, deletion. Then I will add RE, two nucleotides. Now let me write the changed version. 5 prime, 3 prime, RAN, HAS, can you help me?
BCA.
BCAP.
Absolutely. So is there any change here? Yes.
The reading frame has changed, sir.
Change from the point of deletion. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Now can you tell me here in the similar way?
RAM, HAS,
Okay.
BIG, REC, AP.
So from the point of addition, reading frame is changed.
Yes, sir. Changed, sir.
So what we have to write conclusion? Change in how many nucleotides?
2.
Change
Two
in two
nucleotides.
nucleotides. Change in two nucleotides. It may be deletion or it may be insertion. What happens? The same point you have to
Sir,
write.
reading frame will be changing from the point of deletion or addition.
Absolutely done. From the point of deletion, super, or addition, the reading frame is changed. Right? Change in one nucleotide is over. Now change in two nucleotides is also over. Change in one nucleotide is over. Change in two nucleotides is also over. In both the cases, from the point of deletion of one nucleotide or insertion of one nucleotide, from the point of deletion of two nucleotides or insertion of two nucleotides, the reading frame is changed. From the point I am talking about. Now let's go for 3. Ready for the 3 nucleotides? So codon is made up of how many nucleotides?
3, sir.
3, sir.
Made up of 3 nucleotides. Now Same main frame I am writing. Ram has big cap, right?
Yes, sir.
This is the main frame I am writing once again. 5 prime to 3 prime. Ram has big cap.
Cap.
Here the Ram has, this one also Ram has big cap, this one also Ram has big cap. Right. Now check out here. This is deletion. I am going for a deletion here. 3 nucleotides deletion. 3 nucleotides addition. Red. Now I am going to write this.
Ram has cap.
So is there any change?
Sir, one thing is completely eradicated. Sir.
Now, but after that, any change? From the point of that, any change?
No, sir.
No,
Reading
sir.
frame is
The reading frame changed or unaltered?
Unaltered.
Unaltered.
Unaltered. Okay, can you tell me about this?
Ram has big red cap.
Ram has big red cap. Now, from the point of addition, reading frame is changing,
No, sir. Unaltered.
unaltered. So here, from the point of deletion, the reading frame is unaltered, but slightly shifted. Here, from the point of addition, the reading frame is unaltered, slightly shifted. These kind of mutations are called as frame shift mutations. These are nothing but frame shift mutations. Now I have to write the what we call it as the summary of this. Now I will say change in 3 nucleotides. Shall I write change in 3 nucleotides?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now instead of change in 3 nucleotides, look at here. Shall I write change in multiples of 3 nucleotides?
Yes, sir.
Hello. I want yes from everyone. Only few people are saying yes. Shall I
Yes.
write change in
Sir,
multiples of
multiples
3
of 3
nucleotides?
nucleotides
Yes,
is
sir.
correct, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Shall I write change in 1 codon?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Okay. Shall I write change in multiples of 1 codon?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
No, sir.
Are you understanding?
No, sir.
Or you can say change of multiple codons.
Yes, sir.
No or yes?
No, sir.
No change. So 1 second. Why are you saying no? Why?
Yes, sir.
Correct only. Sir.
Shall I write here the one which I have given here? I have deleted 3, added 3.
Sir, correct only, sir.
So no
Correct,
change
sir.
in the reading frame. Right? What I am writing, I can write change in 3 nucleotides. I can write change in multiples of 3 nucleotides. I can also write this in change in 1 codon. I can also write this in change in multiple codons. Sorry. Multiple codons. If you write 3 nucleotides, if you write multiples of 3 nucleotides, if you write 1 codon, if you write multiple codons, okay, the result is same. So change means insertion or deletion. Insertion or deletion of 3 nucleotides. Or you can write from the point of same way, deletion of insertion of 3 nucleotides. So instead of writing 3 nucleotides, can I write multiples of 3 nucleotides? Hello? What happened? Silence,
Yes,
class.
sir.
Shall I write one codon?
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Shall I write multiple codons?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So if you are removing 3 nucleotides, you are removing a codon. Multiples of 3 means if you are removing 3 twos are 6. You are removing 2 codons. Okay, 3 threes are 9. If you are removing 9 nucleotides or adding 9 nucleotides, it is multiple codons, 9 means. So a codon is made up of 3 nucleotides. So you can represent it in different ways. From the point of deletion or insertion of 3 nucleotides or multiples of 3 nucleotides or one codon or multiple codons, the reading frame is unaltered. This is what the conclusion. There is no change in the reading frame. Here you deleted it, cap is cap only. Here you added it, cap is cap only. So then what do you understand by this? So these kind of mutations, we call it as frame shift mutations. Now this frame shift mutations, for example, let me give you one better idea. I will go for a basic frame once again to explain one important concept. What is the basic frame? 5 prime to 3 prime. Ram has big cap. Delete it. Okay. Now before deleting it, it codes for how many amino acids?
3 amino.
4.
Before deleting it, normally it codes for how many amino acids?
4.
4.
Sir.
This is the basic frame. See, please check out. Very easy concept. See, focus on the board, everyone. Ram has big cap. This is coding for how many amino acids? 4.
4, sir.
Let's delete this and let's add this. Now it will code for how many amino acids?
3. 5.
Ram has
Cap.
cap. So it will code for how many amino acids? Very good. Now it will code for how many amino acids?
5.
Ram
Has
has.
big red cap.
Okay, very good. Big red cap. How many amino acids?
5 amino acids.
Then what do you say? Codon is a triplet or not?
Yes, sir.
Previously it was coding for 4 amino acids. Now it is coding for 3 amino acids. Means you have removed how many nucleotides? 3. So when you remove 3 nucleotides, 1 amino acid is removed. That means 3 nucleotides are coding for how many amino acids? 1. So that's why 3 nucleotides make a codon. It is a proof. Look at this particular slide. Here, it is initially coding for 4 amino acids. I have added 3 more. When I have added 3 more nucleotides, that is 1 codon. We don't know that as a codon, but we added 3 nucleotides. Now it is coding for 5. What does it indicate? The 3 nucleotides are acting as a codon. So I can say the frame shift mutations is the basis for genetic code is triplet. Do you agree with this?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Finish. This is the relation between the mutations and the genetic code. Right. So with this, we are completed related to the genetic code information. But one question. Ready for the question?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now I
Yes,
will
sir.
give you a substitution mutation question. Question based on substitution mutation. Right.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Very good. Let's see. AUG. when this codon, AUG codon, undergoes substitution reaction, undergoes substitution mutation, substitution mutation, AUG codon undergoes substitution mutation. AUG codon undergoes substitution mutation. The maximum number of amino acids it can code. I'm asking a question. Maximum number of amino acids it can code. Anybody from the class? Okay, without wasting much time, don't worry, I'll give you. For example,
sir.
8, very good, you well tried, but let me give you some idea.
Yes, sir.
You said 8, na? Right. Let me give you some idea. AUG has how many nucleotides?
3. 3, sir.
Okay, let's take this G first. Okay, then if G is substituted with U, A, U, U. If G is substituted with C, A, U, C. If G is substituted with what? A, U, A. Now let's take U. Okay, then U is substituted with G, A, G, G.
G.
U is substituted with C, A, C,
A, C, G.
U is substituted with A, G. Okay, then let's take this A, U is over A. If A is substituted with U, U, G. If A is substituted with C, U, G. If A is substituted with G, U, G. So how many possible check out? 9.
9, sir.
General answer. So this is a general, application type of question. Like if a single codon undergoes substitution mutation, maximum number of, I asked maximum. Maximum is the key word there. Number of amino acids it can code. Maximum means you have to take one G and substitute with the different nitrogen bases. If you replace G with U, G with C, G with A, these are the 3 different codons you will get. If you substitute U with G, U with G, U with C, and U with A, these 3 types of codons you will get. If you substitute A with U, A with C, and A with G, you will get 3 different codons. Now, if you try to see, I'm just saying this is 9. 9 is the exact answer. But if the question is little deeper, types of amino acids, then you need to know ACG is coding for which amino acid, AAG is coding for which amino acid, GUG is coding for which amino acid, CUG is coding for which amino acid, UUG is coding for which amino acid. All these we have to know. Got the idea? If I am asking type, this is also a very important question. This is the question A. Question B, 9 is the answer for this. Okay, question B, types of amino acids. If I ask number of types of amino acids, so what is your answer? First you have to take the table and search for the codon related amino acid. So that means you need to be well versed with the codons also. Minimum idea you need to have. For example, let's take here CUG. CUG is coding for what? Leucine. GUG is coding for what? Valine. AU is coding for what? Isoleucine. AUC is coding for what? Isoleucine. AUA is coding for what? This is also isoleucine. AGG is coding for what? AGG, Arginine. ACG is coding for what? Check out. 309. AAG is coding for what? Lysine. UUG is coding for what? Leucine. Leucine, na? CUG
Yes,
is
sir.
coding for what? Leucine. So now check out. I asked the number of types. Types means this is one type. This is second type. This is third type. Okay. This is fourth type. This is fifth type. And this is what? Sixth type. What is the answer? 6. 6 is the answer. This is a little bit, which we call it as little bit detailed, in a detailed manner. If you study each and every codon specific amino acid, then only you will get this answer. That higher level, little higher level question, I can say. The basic fundamental question is when you subject a codon to substitution mutations, the possible number of amino acids, maximum number of amino acids or possible number of amino acids coded are 9. That clear? This question is clear, or you have any doubts related to this?
Sir,
Yeah, please.
sir, if we get any of these combinations as a stop codon, we should not add it, no, sir, in that amino acid thing.
If he is asking these types, no need to add.
Yes, sir.
And if he is asking maximum number, no need to add.
Yes, sir.
Generally, they will not go too much into the details of the codon, asking you specific amino acids. If at all, if they ask, you need to be well versed with the table also. So usually, these competitive papers, they will set a trend every year. So they start asking such kind of questions from 1 year. For example, for this year, if they take this question, asking it in the coming NEET examination, we have to be ready with that kind of information also. We don't know, we never know. Or else they make a trend of asking this kind of questions from your NEET exam 22. So we need to be prepared with all kinds of varieties of the questions coming from the genetic code. This is the one variety, right? I'm done. So the next is, so how was your ADS examination? I forgot to ask you. So tRNA, I will take it tomorrow is Independence Day. Advanced Happy Independence Day. Right, and one more thing before ending up the class. Next week we want your evening time. I just wanted to conduct one class, one class for botany, one class for zoology. Anyway, physics and chemistry classes were taking Thursday and Friday. I will give you the schedule. Next week is little busy. You have to spare some time or give some time to us so that we can be in line with the syllabus and help you to prepare thoroughly for the next coming examinations, right? So I will be posting the timetable by Sunday morning. Check the timetable. Accordingly, we'll go there. Maximum on Monday, Tuesday, we will be having only one class or two classes. So depending on that, I will inform you, right? I will be apprising you about that by Monday, 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock, right? Or by Sunday evening, right? And thank you very much. Have a nice day. Thanks.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, and advanced Happy Independence Day.
Happy Independence Day, sir.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.